Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Joe Flash, and welcome back to some more Injustice Gods Among Us for the Wii U. Once more, we shall resume where we left off with classic battles on very easy difficulty with all the characters. And believe it or not, we are nearly almost finished, ladies and gentlemen, with all the characters on the roster. We only have just about 2 more characters left to play as, and once we're finished with them, we'll be ready to head on over to story mode. So, I'll be ready for that when we do get to story mode. Now, just a quick recap. If you haven't watched my last video with Solomon Grundy, I did mention who I was going to play as next for this video, and then who I was going to play as last. This video, I will be doing Doomsday. And then in the next video, and the final video of completing classic battles on very easy difficulty with all the characters, I will do Ares. Which, speaking of Ares, there he is in there in part of the roster that we have to face in a little bit, so how coincidental is that? So I just thought I'd let you know about that real quick, since I figured, you know what, there's only 2 characters left to play as, I better just go ahead and just mention it here. So we're nearly almost done. We've already played as all the superheroes, as I mentioned: Batman, Nightwing, The Flash, Cyborg, Green Arrow, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Raven, Hawkgirl, Shazam, and Green Lantern. And then we played almost as most of the villains, so Sinestro, Black Adam, Killer Frost, Bane, Deathstroke, Catwoman, Lex Luthor, the Joker, Harley Quinn, and Solomon Grundy in the last video. So, we only have Doomsday and Ares left to play as, ladies and gentlemen. As I mentioned, I will be playing as Doomsday next here, and then in the next video, which will be the last video to complete classic battles on very easy difficulty with all the characters on the roster, Ares. The reason I chose Ares for last, I'll probably mention it in the next video as well, but the reason I chose Ares for last is because when I first saw this game, I had no idea who he was. This was an undiscovered villain to me the first time I saw him in this game. I literally have never heard of him, never saw him in the DC Universe, so this was an undiscovered character to me. But as soon I did learn that he was the villain of Wonder Woman. That's all I know about him. I still don't know anything else much about Ares, that's all I can say. Doomsday, I obviously had to choose him next for this video because obviously at least I know a little bit about him. I don't know a whole lot about Doomsday other than he's just a powerful beast who obviously his one objective is to kill Superman, which in times he almost did. And, you know, he picked up a good fight for Superman, making it difficult for him to be killed and all that. So that's all I really just know about Doomsday. That's about it. But nothing else I have too much of knowing info about him. But still, he's a cool character. He has one of the best super moves in this game as well, if I have to mention it as well. I actually mentioned in the last video when he performed it on me with Solomon Grundy, I think. I had to rank it as one of the top 5 best super moves in this game. So Doomsday's is up there. It's up there for me, in my opinion. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and play as Doomsday. I'm just going to choose him in his regular costume as well. The Regime costume's not too bad either. He's got like boots, pants, overalls, and he actually has a mohawk, but this is just classic Doomsday right here in this normal costume. You know, him wearing the green shorts from his, like, suit that he had when he first crash landed on Earth, which was mostly destroyed when he was in battle, and everything else, so, yeah. Like I said, the Regime costume at least makes him appear different, but, you know, this is just classic Doomsday right here, so I gotta stay in this costume.
Doomsday.
There are some other costumes you can unlock with Doomsday. I don't know if you can unlock them in this version of the game. I don't even know how you're supposed to, but never mind. Anyway, you guys, we're about to get this started, so here we go. Injustice Gods Among Us for the Wii U, classic battles on very easy difficulty with Doomsday. Now, this should be a bit interesting. It might take me a little bit of time to learn all the Doomsday special moves, because as I mentioned, Doomsday, Ares, and a few of the other characters I played as in some of the previous videos, I don't play as them very often. They're the least characters I play as, so I hardly have ever played as them, you know what I mean? It's going to take me some time for me to probably learn to, like, get back into playing as them, you know what I'm saying? I mean, not that I'm really interested in wanting to learn to play as them, but trying to get used to their moves and stuff is going to take some time because it's been such a long time since I haven't played this game, so it's going to take me a bit of time for me to try to perform all their special moves and stuff. That's not too much of a bad intro for Doomsday. And here's Harley Quinn as our very first opponent. Insurgency Harley Quinn, should I say, which I really love that costume way better than her normal costume. Not that the other one's bad or nothing, this is just the costume I prefer for Harley Quinn. Oh, he does a high knee lift? That's cool, actually. He does like a little high knee lift, that's kind of cool, actually. Alright, let's do a throw. I kind of forgot that's his throw. I really don't see him do his throw too often when he was fighting me, so I didn't know what his throw was, to be fair. And obviously, from experience in the previous battles I've had with him, obviously I do know that the A button is his super armor. So I can obviously press A whenever it's active to activate his super armor, where he could be almost invincible for a little while. Now I'm going to bring Harley Quinn over here because I do want to perform that stage transition, so let me see if I can just get Harley Quinn to... Wow, she was actually able to avoid that robot. I'm surprised. Woo! Jumped right in the nick of time. Alright, Harley, get in there. So I'm just trying to learn the simple B and X and Y attacks, and then when I get into my next opponent after I defeat Harley Quinn, I will try the special moves. Throw that thing for the win. I don't know what that was, but just use it as a weapon. And if you didn't hear what Doomsday said, I will destroy you all. That's what he said. And that's actually a pretty cool victory pose. I ain't gonna lie to you. Just disappears on black screens and he comes back and he has the whole Earth destroyed because, hey, he did say he'll destroy you all, and that's kind of what Doomsday was going to want to do when he first crash landed. So that's pretty cool how, for his victory pose, the entire Earth is literally destroyed and it's just him standing alone. That's actually pretty good. I actually do like that victory pose. That's pretty nice. Anyway, here comes the second battle with Aquaman. Here we go. Just our Walt Aquaman, normal costume. Like it. Alright, so let's try to perform some of Doomsday's special moves. He's got an air snatch, which can perform down, right, Y, and he does this. Now, this is obviously where you can catch somebody in the air. Obviously, you can see when I'm trying to perform it on the ground, it doesn't do anything. So I could just keep spamming that and it won't do anything. You have to perform it on the ground. Or you have to perform it in the air. Like if somebody was jumping in the air trying to land an attack, you have to catch them with it. So you can't perform it on the ground, as you can see. He's got this one, which is down right B, where he does this Venom, where he does a Venom move, where it's like a shoulder dash. The back one, where it's up back B, where he does an upward Venom, where he does it upwards instead of charging forward like that. Kind of similar to Shao Kahn's moves from Mortal Kombat. Like Mortal Kombat's Shao Kahn, you know, like in the original games, like Mortal Kombat Trilogy, he had those moves where he can do his shoulder barge, which was like this, and then his upward one, which was more like a knee, kind of like that. The down right B, the down right X is an earth shake move where he does this, shakes the earth, and then the supernova is where he does this, down back X. If I can perform it. Where he jumps high in the air, and yep, he does that. But, of course, the opponent can sometimes get away, so you have to be careful. Anyway, let's perform the super move. I love the super move. Look at this. If you hadn't seen in the previous videos, here it is. That is actually a really cool super move, not gonna lie to you. I really am not gonna lie. Doomsday really actually has an awesome super move in this game. Awesome victory pose and awesome super move. So he doesn't have a lot of special moves. He's only got about 5 special moves, Doomsday, but in the which they're not too bad, you know. They're almost good, you know. I find them that they might be a little bit almost as cool as Solomon Grundy's, or maybe even a little better, because in my video with Bane, when I played as Bane, I did mention in my last video when I played as Solomon Grundy, when I did Bane, I was absolutely bored playing as Bane. I didn't like playing as him at all. I was pretty bored playing as Bane the entire time. You can even tell by my commentary I was bored playing as Bane, so I was happy it was over. And luckily in the last video when I played as Solomon Grundy, he was a little bit better to play as than Bane. So I was hoping to wonder if Doomsday was going to be maybe as good as Solomon Grundy, if hopefully he doesn't turn out to be as boring as Bane, because so far Bane was absolutely boring so far out of all the characters for me. But Doomsday here is actually not too bad either to play as. He's a big dude, but he's actually not too bad. He's got some pretty good moves. He does actually have some really nice moves here, I'm not going to lie to you, he really does. He's got some great moves. I like him. Even if it's only 5, which you probably would think I hate him because, you know, I don't like characters that don't have a lot of special moves, kind of, but they're actually not too bad, even if they're only just 5. Do another one. I want to put Flash into the stage transition. Here we go. I could have maybe did the water tank first before that. I probably would have maybe been able to have enough time to do that before putting him here, but never mind. Alright, let's do my throw for the win. Alright. And indeed you will destroy everyone, Doomsday, because that is part of your victory pose, as well as what you're doing right here against my opponents. Our opponents, should I say. Alrighty, so up next is Cyborg. Cyborg's our fourth opponent. So like I said, Doomsday's actually not too bad to play as. I'm glad he's almost as fun to play as as fun to play as like Solomon Grundy, because you know I was curious to wonder if he was going to be better than Grundy, or if he was going to be equal, or if he was going to suck like Bane, because like I said, Bane was so far the most boring character I played as so far. But Doomsday's actually not proven to be too bad. I'm actually kind of liking some of his moves that he has. I do love his victory pose, and I love his super move, so he's actually not proven to be too bad of a boring character. He's not even really boring me out like Duke Bane was. He's almost just as good to play as like Solomon Grundy, or actually maybe a little bit better than Solomon Grundy in a way. Anyway, let's use that. Shoulder tackle. Bam! You're all weak. Perhaps maybe they are, Doomsday, who knows? You may be right. Let's use my super armor, which you can press with A button, so I can be invincible for a little while. Ah, he got me. Yeah, I don't think the super armor can even save you from that. You saw my super armor was still technically on when that happened, so I don't think the super armor can save you from from super moves that you'll get hit, period, if you're standing there, so that's fine. Anyway, time for me to perform my super move, however. Let's do it. Glad I get to see this again. I do love it. Just look at that. Even if all he's really doing is just punching you repeatedly through the ground and under the ground, it's just such a cool super move because of just how awesome that looks. He just punches you all the way down to the bottom of the earth and back up. You know, it's just pretty cool. You know, it's really awesome. And then you see them going down from the earth. You know what I'm saying? So it's actually a really awesome super move. Like I said, I put it up there as top 5 for me. In my honest opinion, I put it up there as some of the top 5 best super moves in this game. I don't know about y'all, but I think it deserves to be up there because it's such a cool super move. Anyway, I did see Ares was next, so here we go. We're fighting on the Joker's Asylum. I do love this and the Arkham Asylum both, so should be enjoyable. And this time it's just normal Ares, and the last couple of times we fought Ares, it's been him in his regime outfit, but this time we get the normal Ares. Our world's Ares, should I say, so just the regular costume. More than likely, I'm probably going to choose Ares in this costume, his normal outfit here that we're seeing right here. So I'm probably going to choose this outfit when we do play as him in the next video, because even though his regime costume is cool too, I mean, the details he has on his boots as well as his waist or his belt, whatever, are actually pretty nice, and he's even got, like, details on his arms as well. He's got, like, skulls on his arms. But I'm probably just going to stick to him in his normal costume because, you know, both costumes are good. There's not really any of them I like better, even if I feel maybe the regime costume might be a little bit better because of the details, like the skulls on his arms and on his boots, and then a little bit of the little belt he has. So for those regards, I feel that the regime costume might be a little bit cooler than this one here, but it really doesn't matter. Both Ares costumes in this game are both just as equally cool to see him in, you know what I'm saying? So I can't really decide on which one I like more, you know what I mean? So I'm probably just going to stick to him in his regular costume, which you're seeing right there, which I just kicked his ass, by the way. Like I said, it really doesn't matter, but I'm just going to probably just pick the regular costume of Ares when I play as him in the next video. But anyway, we took care of Ares, obviously rather easily because it's on very easy. I destroyed the hell out of Ares. And now we're up to opponent number 6, Batman. And how appropriate is this? We get to fight Batman on one of his own stages, Wayne Manor, in the daytime. There's his Bat Cycle right there, which we can use as a weapon if we pick it up with the R button. If you're a character that's strong like Doomsday, you could pick it up and throw it at him and it'll explode. But if you're a character like Batman who doesn't have the ability to lift something like that, then you could just ride it and run your opponent over with it. Anyway, here we go. Immediately throw them right into those statues. Throw the motorbike, or the Bat Cycle, I believe it's called. Bam! Not much coming out of Batman, is there? Oh, well, he got a little bit of a cheap jab on me, but I'm still destroying him. Oh, okay. I've never seen that before. What the heck, he did it again! What is that? I've never seen that move from Batman before. It's like a takedown combo. I don't think I ever did that with Batman when I played as him. Is that actually one of his special moves, or is that just some other combo he could perform with him or something? I've never seen that before. I really don't think I did that with Batman when I played as him in one of my previous videos. I literally swear, I do not remember that move. I actually do not remember that move at all. I really don't. I've never seen that before. That is actually pretty cool. It kind of fits him. I mean, because, you know, Batman has mastered a lot of things, so it's only fair enough he would have a lot of, like, different fighting uniques when he's battling hand-to-hand combat against his opponents. That's pretty cool. I like that. I really can't believe I've never seen that move out of Batman before. That's actually pretty awesome. A very unique move in his arsenal. Anyway, obviously we did take care of Batman, as we saw there. But now we're on to the 7th opponent, Deathstroke. Great character. Had a lot of fun playing as Deathstroke in one of my previous videos. He was a great character to play as. I loved him. And here he is, in his insurgency costume. Still like his normal costume better with the helmet, but this one's not bad either. That he shows his face off as his identity, Slade Wilson. Still looks like a badass regardless. Now these little weapons right here, you can pick them up as weapons, but for some reason when you're on this side of the character, you can't pick them up for some reason. You have to be on this side. Oh, fuck off, Deathstroke. He just... How in the hell did that even hit me? He jumped back on the other side to avoid being hit because he knew I was going to throw them, and then somehow I jumped over that, and that still hit me. I look like I missed that. What the heck is going on with this game all of a sudden? What is wrong with you, game? All of a sudden now you're just going to make up your own rules? Come on. I literally dodged that. Like, how did that hit? But never mind. What I was trying to say was if you stand on the right side of the character, you'll throw those weapons. If you're standing on the left side, for some reason, you can't. I don't know why that is. It doesn't even make any sense. I feel like something needs to be fixed about that, but never mind. Oh, should have saw that coming. Oh well, that's fine. I mean, I'm still destroying Deathstroke. Do another one. I don't know if this super move will finish him off, but let's hit it. I think this should kill him. Yeah, it should kill him, because there's a lot of hits that get performed. I mean, look at the total hits that can be performed from this super move. Look at this. 37 total hits from that super move. That is the total max combo you can get with the super move. That's amazing, isn't it? And obviously that can do a ton of damage to your opponent as well. So yeah, you saw the damage. Like I said, I just love that super move. It's just so awesome. I love it. There's not much more needs to be said about Doomsday's super move. It's just freaking awesome. I love it. Anyway, Deathstroke's out of the way. Out of the picture, so Green Arrow is next, and then we got Hawk Girl, and then of course the final boss will be Regime Superman as usual. Here comes Green Arrow.
Now that's what I call an
or here comes Green Arrow, should I say, if I said that wrong, but never mind. Insurgency Green Arrow, should I say. This costume's not too bad, you know, it's kind of interesting he at least shows his hair off, but the fact that his whole costume's not green, you can see he's got like a little bit of brown. I'm not really a big fan of this costume, honestly, because his name is Green Arrow, you know. If he's going to be called the Green Arrow, then he's got to wear all green. I mean, he doesn't have to exactly wear all green, but it hints the name of his superhero persona, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I like his other costume better, which is his normal costume that we saw in the character roster thing, where he's wearing the hoodie and he's wearing exactly all green. So, yeah. I don't like this costume too much. It's okay, you know, it's interesting he shows his hair off since he normally doesn't. He's usually fighting either with a hoodie on or a hat on, but... Oh, dang, I almost made the mistake. I thought jumping away from that was going to avoid it, but nah, it would have landed if I didn't jump. I actually almost accidentally jumped myself into the super, but thankfully I avoided it still. I completely forgot Green Arrow's arrow can do it from far distance. I literally forgot all about that. I almost nearly made the mistake and got myself hit by Green Arrow's super move, but oh well. I somehow got lucky enough to avoid it. Anyway, that takes care of Green Arrow. He didn't stand a chance, obviously. And now, the next character is Hawk Girl. As I mentioned in the character earlier, she's our second to last opponent, then we got Superman as the final boss. It's kind of crazy how Hawkgirl was the second to last opponent we got to fight because she's my least favorite superhero character to play as I mentioned when we did play as her. Hawkgirl was literally my least favorite superhero character to play as in this game. I really have never been a big fan of her. She's alright. I mean, she's got some okay moves and stuff, but I don't know, just... I don't really have too interest in playing as her. I don't find her super moves to be that good compared to the others, so... I was kind of a little bit bored playing as her when I did try her, you know? She's okay, as I said, but just not as big of a character as I thought she would be. I mean, I didn't really have high hopes for her, period, but she just isn't that big, you know what I'm saying, you know? I didn't think she was really going to probably be that good of a character, and I kind of couldn't been any more right, because she ain't really that good, you know? I mean, the people who maybe do like her maybe would probably disagree with that, but you know what I mean. We all have our opinions. At least her A button move is pretty cool, where she can fly in the air and land some attacks while in the air, but even I find it's better to play as her on the ground. I mean, it's cool she can fly because it's Hawkgirl, she's got wings, but her air attacks are not nearly as good as compared to, like, the others, you know what I mean? Let's see. Oh, that didn't even hit. Okay, I can't press the button. Let's just put her in the stage transition. I wanted to try to hit those missiles from the Batmobile first, but then put her in the stage transition, but I missed. And it's appropriate that we're fighting Hawkgirl in the Regime costume, because the final boss is, of course, Regime Superman, so how appropriate is it that we have to fight Hawkgirl in the Regime costume, one of Superman's servers, should I say. I was waiting for that, because I wanted to get my 4-meter hold to hit the super move. Excellent. Appreciate the assist, Hawkgirl, for filling up my meter bar. Now you're gonna pay. Get the heck out of here. Take this. I feel like this super move also does the most damage to a person out of every super move, you know? Like, you know, in a super move, usually more than likely whenever you hit a super move on a character, it's going to do damage to their costume, because that was a feature that was in this game where characters' costumes and skins can be destroyed and stuff. I figure that this super move with Doomsday probably does the most damage to their costume and skin. I figure there's a lot more scars on the character than any other scars they receive from other characters, you know, like other super moves. Like, even Cyborgs and Nightwings do pretty good damage as well, but I figured Doomsday might have the best one, because I heard his really do a ton of damage from that. But, I don't know. Anyway, Hawkgirl's out of the way, and here we are with the final boss, Regime Superman. Let's go ahead and get Superman out of here. Once again, we'll defeat him as usual, and banish him to the Phantom Zone. And how cool is this that we get to actually see two Doomsdays here? Even when they're not fighting each other, they're both getting seen. Our world's Doomsday, and then in the background, Regime Doomsday. So how cool is this? We get to see two Doomsdays, even if they weren't going to be fighting each other, you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm going to bring Superman over here now. I'm going to put him, as usual, into that stage transition. I always love to perform on him for some reason. I don't know why I do still, but never mind. I tried to attempt to jump from that, but I missed. My timing was not pretty good. Bam! Get in there. I would have performed the B button after he landed, but I was like, let's just do that combo instead, and then I'll perform it on him. I really still don't understand why I like to perform the stage transition on Superman nearly every time I fight him. I don't know why I do. I still even question myself why I do, but I just love it, I guess. And that absolutely missed him. I don't know how. Let's try this one. Quick jabs. Alright, I'm probably going to try to put the other super move on him, so... No, the other stage transition, excuse me, sorry. Alright, let's try it again. Yep, there we go. I feel like I like this one a little bit more just because of that creature that comes in. That's the same creature that'll banish Superman to the Phantom Zone when we take care of him. Crazy how he bites him on the shoulder. What's that move again? There we go. Alright, now let's finish him. I don't know if this will kill him exactly, but I think it should because of how much damage it does. So this should be the perfect way to finish him off. Please let this kill him. Please. Let this kill him, please. Yes! There we go. Perfect way to finish him. The perfect way to finish off Superman. Thank you. I was hoping that would do enough damage to kill him. That's perfect. Well, maybe not perfect, but you know what I mean. Just the great way to finish him off. Love it. And as usual, this is the end of Regime Superman. He will once more be banished to the Phantom Zone. There's that creature that we saw earlier, gonna take him in with them, and we will see Superman. Yep, there he is, trapped just like General Zod and his fellow partners, whatever, just like when they were banished. And now that Superman's taken care of, here comes Doomsday's ending.
Free of Superman's control, Doomsday eradicated the remaining metahumans. He then manipulated technology in the abandoned Fortress of Solitude to terraform the Earth. It soon resembled prehistoric Krypton. At last, it felt like home. After a few years of exterminating humanity at his leisure, however, Doomsday needed a challenge. Having assimilated Superman's ability to fly, he headed for a nearby space sector. He had heard rumors of an opponent worthy of his attention, a Cezannian mercenary with a taste for violence. Doomsday was eager to meet this Lobo in battle.
How cool is that? Lobo. Doomsday meets Lobo. Nice. And it's coincidental because in the other versions of the game, since they didn't have the deluxe version for the Wii U of Injustice, but in the other versions, they do have deluxe versions where you can unlock the DLC characters, and Lobo is one of them. Lobo, General Zod, Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, Batgirl, Martian Manhunter, and Zatanna are the DLC characters that can be found in the other versions of the games if you have the deluxe version. So yeah, it's pretty cool that Lobo gets to appear here, and then he becomes a DLC character later. How cool is that? And Doomsday literally destroyed the entire Earth. How crazy is that as well? And yes, that was Regime Doomsday's ending, as you are aware of. Even though we saw Doomsday in the normal costume, that was Regime Doomsday's ending, technically, because he said he was free from Superman's control. Because in the story mode, we'll learn about that, where Regime Doomsday actually, like Superman, or Regime Superman, finds a way to take control of Regime Doomsday to where he can be under his control and work for the Regime without Doomsday trying to attempt to kill him, because that's all Doomsday ever did was wanting to kill Superman. He lives to kill him, so like I said, we'll learn about that in story mode, so you'll see how it all works eventually. But anyway, you guys, I'm out of here. I hope you enjoyed this. Stay tuned for the next video, as we shall get into the final character to play as in Injustice Gods Among Us for the Wii U, going through classic battles on very easy difficulty. That'll be Ares. Once we do Ares as the last character, we're done with the whole entire roster, and then we'll be ready to move on to story mode. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, but until then, I'm out of here. I hope y'all have a good one. That'll be it for today, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Dislike to give it a thumbs down. Join me next after the next video. To all you boys, men, and gals out there, boom, fist bumps go to all of you, and to all the girls, ladies, and women out there, mwah, kiss and gut to all of you. But until then, this is Joe Flash signing off, and have a good day.